And we are here, Stake Lake Trail Systems and Overland Ski Club, Cross Country Ski Club. The stakes are high, but I am not. I swear. Durable dads, brothers from other mothers, and sisters from different misters, thanks for tuning in. You're going to get another Take a Hike episode because that first Take a Hike last week didn't quite work out, and I've had a few developments since then. The Father's Day shenanigans was a little bit of shopping at a local outdoor store, and I managed to snag a new day pack. This thing's incredible, and it's going to get its own review and brew fairly quick. Anyways, I digress. I'm up at Stake Lake, Overlander Ski Club trails. It's a pretty great system. There's lots. I'm going to take a nice sedate walk around the lake today just to kind of get the blood flowing. But there's lots. This is shared between mountain bikers, skiers, obviously cross-country skiers during the winter, and hikers. And it's quite extensive. I don't know if they've linked it up to Lac Lejeune, which is just a few K down the road from here. This one took about half an hour out of town, not quite. It's a short jaunt. There is lake access. I'll show you that in a bit. So you could get a paddle in here and a hike and a bike if you were so inclined. One of my favorite little spots. It's close. Just Lac Lejeune. It's close to Lac Lejeune, which is half an hour out of Kamloops. Little bedroom community, quite cute little community. Again, it's a bedroom community of Kamloops. So I'm keeping it local for right now, but this one's just to break in the new pack. Anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping at you and we're gonna go to the next clip and I'll show you my newest find. Oh, as an aside, I heard some feedback from my last video about things not being done in landscape mode like they are right now. So I'm going to try and keep it that way. I bought a little adapter for this thing. So what it'll do is, apparently I'm quite high maintenance and wanted to keep it in landscape and lock the orientation, but it doesn't like it. DJI thinks I'm a jerk for wanting this. So next set, I will do this in post-production. I'll orient it the right way. But to save myself some time, I'm going to, again, do the adapter, which will make things much easier. Anyway, feedback heard. I have responded to it. Anyways, I just went down a rabbit hole. Back to it. Okay, so this was my score from yesterday. I think it's awesome. It's a Hotcore, they call it a Kona 40 liter pack. It is water bladder ready. It didn't come with one, so I robbed it from the Ironman, which was uncomfortable. I tried it, didn't like it. So anyways, Surplus Herbies is the store. This is where I got it. It coughs up some wicked deals. I pulled this for an incredible price on a Father's Day sale. I know it's older tech and a little bit on the entry level, but it's pretty wicked. I'm pretty happy with it. This will get its own review after I tried it a few times, so hang on. So let's go to the next clip and I'll show you what I'm taking with me today on this short haul. So today, since this is another easy hike and you're probably getting the breeze right now, the usual suspects. Again, okay, so I got eaten alive. That was tragic. And that family off was pretty wussy and not up to the task. Again, with this breeze that you can hear in the background, the bugs are going to be low. However, good old Costco, a 3-pack of Deep Woods off. I know there's levels above this, but this should be sufficient for now. There's a system that runs on batteries that emits a chemical that apparently detracts all kinds of insects. I might be looking at that. I'll find out more about it. My buddy Don recommended it to me. That's next. Anyways, Deepwood off. I am prepared. That's going in the pack. 1 bottle staying in lieu. And that's just that. Okay. The compass, of course. The med pack is going to go up into the netting afterwards, which is going to be way easier. So none of that crappy carabiner system. The multi-tool just in case, and the action cam with selfie stick minus the adapter, which is showing up tomorrow. A little $11 purchase that's going to make my life a lot easier, but you can't get here in Kamloops. And yeah, that's it. I've got water. The J clips for the kayaks are in because concurrently I'm talking to a welder fabricator about getting some cross members for the kayaks for this bad boy. Again, something that needs to be custom made. Okay, rambling again. Let's get this loaded up and I'll get you some footage of the trailhead and the boat launch. Catch you next clip. Okay, just quick update. The med pack is right there. Right there. Way better system. I've got my little essentials, just kind of the quick ones I want to reach. Doot. Right in there. That would be, well, you can't see it. Anyways, the compass and the multi-tool. And then in the main compartment down here is my off and stuff like that. Anyways, this is pretty loaded. More than I need, but this is not only a day pack, but this will be a multi-day pack. Stoked. Okay, so what we have there, that's the day launch for the skiers. It's closed currently. Little info booth. Down over there, I don't know if you can see it very well, is the boat launch currently occupied. And there's the lake itself. A little slough right beside. Another pro tip, that McConnell Lake, that's close, just down the way, maybe 2 minutes down the road, backtracking, is also a great paddle lake and does have a trail around the lake itself, so you can get hiking. Biking might not be as awesome, but you never know. Anyways, there's the trailhead. We're going to wander around the lake. I'll let you know the distance afterwards, and I'm going to go around clockwise. So, and that, it exits right over there. Okay, here is the trailhead. We're going to be on what's called the cartwheel. And look, Fitbit for added bonus. I remembered this time, so these steps will count. I'll try to get a distance count for you, and we are starting at 225. So let's see how long this takes to walk around the lake. So what I've got here is some gratuitous footage of the lake. I will get you another full set. There was a guy just behind me in a couple seconds ago that was doing some fishing. I wanted to ask how he was doing, but anyways, you're going to see a lot of little trails closer to the lake. The main trail is really well maintained, again, for cross-country skiing. Great spot. I'm going to get you a full shot. I'll also get you a little picture, if I can, of the observatory that's up here. Little known fact, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, lots of great spots to get down to the lake. Yes, I'll stop rambling. Here I go again. I'm getting all like this because this is one of my favorite spots, and I'm starting to feel the chill. So, okay, next clip. You catching anything out there?
Not many.
No money? Oh, well, you know what? At least it's a great way to spend the day. Good luck. So about halfway around the lake on the cartwheel, well, kind of off the cartwheel just a little bit. Oh, we've got doggos. Lots of people with doggos. The dogs love it. Saw a couple people on e-mountain bikes, mostly retirees, but the trails, really, the cartwheel is considered easy. And I think the trails range from easy to intermediate at best. You're not going to see anything crazy. However, you are going to see rustic picnic tables, and I'm going to remember this because this looks like a great place for a snack. Next clip. As promised, there is an observatory. Let me position myself so it is in the background. There are mosquitoes, which there hasn't been before. Don't make me break out the off. Anyways, they're not bad. So anyways, I keep searching for this damn observatory. I'm going to keep backing up till we can't not see the observatory. Right behind me. Anyways, it's the cartwheel, which I'm on, is only about 2.6k, so a really short walk. I'm going to take a few detours and kind of round it out a bit. However, I do have to see a welder fabricator for Lou for the cross members, and I don't want to be late, so I'm going to cut this a bit short. I promise some more great footage. Anyways, I just wanted to show you the cool, they have a little stadium back there too. I'll get a little shot of that, but I wanted to show you the observatory. Neat stuff, great spot. And again, this runs from real easy, you can take your toddler, to intermediate expert trails, which I wouldn't call expert, but anyways, they're a little more challenging. Anyways, I think there's quite a bit of, there's at least 50k that I can see off the top of my head, maybe more, of trails around here. We'll get to them all, but later. As promised, some more gratuitous lake footage. I'm back where I started. There was a paddle boarder just a few minutes ago, an obvious kayaker, the fisherman, and the dock. I hope he actually caught something. If we look past, yonder distance, right around there, would be the observatory. I think the stadium is the field right around the observatory stadium. I didn't see anything that resembled that, so I'm assuming that's just ski in, ski out style stadium. Anyways, it was a good time. I'm going to cut this short. Okay, kids, there you have it. That was about 4,500 to 5,000 steps, about 3K of awesome, beautiful trails. It took me quite a while because I stopped to enjoy the view, take some footage, yada yada. So I'd say that's probably a 40-minute walk. Half your daily recommended dose of steps for the day in one fell swoop, a very pleasant way to do it. Like I said, this is quite the extensive trail system, pretty awesome. It's a rare combination of being able to bike, to walk, and to paddle. Next up is going to be McConnell because it comes highly recommended. Pretty great. I'm loving it. Most of the people here, because time of day, it's currently 3:37 in the afternoon, so mostly I saw retirees, a couple of people my age, but mostly retirees, which I will be more of a retiree the more people that subscribe to this channel. So help me out with this so I can do this full time and get footage. I'll still work, don't worry. Anyways, I digress. I have, like I said, a date with a welder fabricator I don't want to miss, so I'm going to cut this a bit short. New pack worked great. I'm upgrading to a 3-liter bladder, but the 2-liter bladder works great. Super comfy. I heard a couple of reviews that said for the bigger people, it wasn't so comfy. My semi-portly, out of shape self fit into it quite nicely, thank you. Perfect size, 40 liter is just right for a day pack. Maybe even an overnight pack, we'll see. I'd have to be pretty legit and right on it to get an overnight pack, but I could probably strap on a sleeping bag, mini tent, whatever. I could bivouac is the word. There it is. That's for kind of sleeping rough. Could be done. Anyways, I wanted to try the pack out. I could have done another loop, or the next time I come here, I'll take another path and I'll try to round it out to 5, 6. But like I said, McConnell's next. I'm eager to do a paddle, so I want to get this system rigged up. There's nothing really out there that's designed without, spending $600-700 to fit on top of a roof basket so you can have dual use of the sucker. That's what I'm on. You'll see an episode for Lou here coming up as soon as I get this figured out. Anyways, it was a delight. This will all be in landscape format, so to cut down the whining. Stake Lake, great spot. I will include the link, don't let me forget, and if I do, put it in the comments, a link to the trail system. I've taken some photos, but the thing is, if you want to find out more, and yes, I think it does link up to Lac Lejeune or Dam Close, so you could really make a total day out of it. The reason why I want to highlight this is that it's sedate enough to take your kids. So if you want to take your kids on a bike ride, bam, you got it. A little nature hike, take some great photos. There's that too. If they're into paddling, you got it covered. If you're in Kamloops and you're not the local type, definitely check this out. It's not very far from Logan Lake too. So if you're in the area, definitely this is one of the spots that I would recommend. Great footage, little bit of nature without feeling like you're in the nature. And if you hear cars in the background, that's because the Coquihalla is just right over there. So you'll be able to hear it. So easily accessible, easy to use, something for just about everybody. Anyways, I will catch you next episode. Peace out, Scout.